Coming to you live from our studios here at Kukumemle in Accra, this is JoyNews Prime with me, Pius Kojo Baka. Coming up in our headlines, Karachi SHS battling lack of water on campus, forcing students to buy water from a community at 1 cedi per gallon. We have details as female students struggle to cope during menstruation due to the lack of potable water. Also in this bulletin, military junta in Niger issues a stern warning, vowing to fiercely resist any attack on the nation. Meanwhile, government and parliament are in a standoff on Ghana's contribution to ECOWAS's standby force. And later in the bulletin, we have sights and sounds of the Homowot 2023, the rich spirit-filled twins ritual that ushered in the Gamashi celebration. We are live on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all socials. We are JoyNews on DSTV channel 421, Gold TV channel 125. JoyNews, we are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Please stay. Thanks for your company. Let's now settle for the details. Students of Karachi Senior High School in the Oti region are battling lack of water, which is forcing students to go into the community to purchase water at 1 cedi per gallon. The situation has brought untold financial difficulties on the students. Female students are the worst hit as they struggle to get water during their monthly flow. Authorities in the school are making an urgent appeal to government and NGOs to come to their aid. There is more in this report.
For so many people, access to potable water is not a challenge, even if supply is irregular. But this is not the situation for students of the Karachi Senior High School in the Oti region. The school is grappling with acute lack of water, which always threatens to put on hold teaching and learning in the institution. Students have to leave campus carrying gallons into the community to purchase water at their own cost, which is impacting their finances adversely. The students say their academic work is being affected as they use time for study hunting for water.
Lack of water is a great concern for us. I spend 80 pesos on water daily. This is affecting me financially. Government and all students must help us. The issue of no water is really worrying us. It is affecting our academics. After class, we have to go around town in search of water. We come back usually tired and we are unable to study at preps.
Students make disguise themselves as if they are going to fetch water, this same water problem, and run to town, take it as opportunity. So if it will be possible, we say it so that the government will come in our aid to help us. If possible, they will fortify the school for us.
Challenges our school is facing is about the water problem. That is the major challenge we are facing in this school, which we think if it is solved, our academic performance and a lot of things will improve in this school. So we are pleading with the media and the old students. They should help us with our water problem.
For female students, the situation is even dire, especially during the period for menstruation.
When the girls are, they are mentally issues. When they are within that mentally period, excuse me to say that, it affects them because they need the water to wash their clothing, to wash their pads and whatever. So the water affects them a lot. Without the water, so some of them, you'll be surprised that some may even, if they don't have the water, they may stay in the dormitory without coming to class.
Authorities of the school say their efforts to get the school potable water has yielded no results and are appealing to government and private institutions for support.
Our students have to travel to town to fetch water every day, and it has posed a lot of challenges for us. some of them use it as an excuse to run to town, to do a lot of things that bring a lot of problems or challenges to the school. They use that as an excuse to break bounds all the time. Apart from the water challenge, we also have the challenge with accommodation. We don't have enough dormitory facilities to accommodate all our girls.
Whilst help is on the way, if any, these students have to struggle daily with all the risk associated leaving campus every day to battle it out with other community members for water. Meanwhile, some students are also taking advantage of the situation to run to town without permission.
Let's stay a while longer in the region, but this time round on politics, and its regional minister, Joshua Makubu, says there is nothing wrong endorsing the aspirations of the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to lead the party into the 2024 presidential elections. According to him, the Vice President has a clear vision for leading the NPP and subsequently winning the 2024 presidential elections. The minister has been speaking to my colleague Peter Senu.
He's not the vice president of flamboyancy and prolific spending. No. You know,
it is alleged that you are throwing your support behind the vice president to become the flag bearer.
Well, if I'm throwing my support behind the vice president, I don't think there's anything wrong with. If you know me from for long, I'll always support hard work. I'll support ideas. I'll support Alice. A direction. I'll support a vision. I'm not that type of person that is capable of navigating my way in the midst of maybe when the situation is messed up. No, we need a direction. We need a vision. And I think Vice President, right from the time he became a running mate to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has always been at the forefront of telling the NPP that, look, we can go this way.
So you believe he's sharing his vision, his ability to lead the party into 2024 election?
Definitely, and be the next president by 2025.
He also denied the allegation that he and some regional executive members have sabotaged the camp of the flag-bearer hopeful Alan Kojo Chemanting during his tour of the Oti region some weeks ago. According to the minister, members of the Alan's campaign team in the region have failed him.
Sometimes, what I've always said is that there's nothing wrong to fail, but it is very disastrous when you fail as a result of your own incompetence and you still go ahead to ascribe that to other people. Look, I like Alan, I respect him, a minister that has served in cabinet of 2 successive NPP governments, the government of His Excellency Niger Coup and the government of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I have no reason to want to sabotage what they call it, Honorable Alan Chemanting. So if he wins primaries today, am I not going to campaign for him? If he becomes president and he decided I remain in the region, will I say because he's the president, I won't do that? But the fact is that his people in the region let him down.
Really?
Yes, his people in the region let him down. Let me tell you, the first time I heard the Honorable Alan Chemanting was coming to the region, I was in hope, and I had to quickly run down to the. Listen, I was here the day he was supposed to have come. I was in this office waiting, until a call came at the last minute that he was not coming, and they were going to reschedule. Look, the next time I heard of his coming was when he was actually in town, and that very day, I went to a funeral in Pru West, proceeded to Ejura Section Dumasi because we had lost an uncle there too, and I slept in Kumasi. That Sunday, I was on my way to Accra when I got a call that, no, it was a Monday, I got a call that the Honorable Alan Chemanting was in the region and wanted to say hi to me. I said, but look at the time people are calling me. I am out of the region, and there's nothing I can do to come back. But again, when he was to come, the next time, I was informed. I sat here, and he came with one of my godfathers, Honorable Peter Amewu. I'm that type of person that, look, because of my background as a person with disability, if you like intimidating other people, you have no relationship with me. I want a situation whereby at least the environment will be created for everybody to exhibit their what? Their self-confidence and then their talent. But when you are going wrong, I will tell you that no, you could have done this thing this way.
A while longer with the NPP because the party in the Tema East constituency says internal wranglings which the party regrets deeply whittled down and thwarted its strategies and efforts in retaining the parliamentary seat in 2020. NPP's candidate at the time, Titus Glover, lost to first-timer and former mayor of Tema, Isaac Ashayo Damten of the NDC with about 10,000 votes. Now, Tema East constituency chair Nene Ofwe Agbadiagba disclosed this when sole parliamentary hopeful Yohane Ama Ashite submitted his nomination form. Correspondent Kwame Yanka has more.
Tema East constituency in the Greater Accra region is largely considered a safe area for the new patriotic party, NPP. The party says it was well on course to retain the seat in 2020, but for internal wrangling. Constituency chair Nene Ofwe Agbadiagba says, having learned their lessons the hard way, Tema East NPP is ready to make amends and unite behind their sole candidate, Yohane Ama Ashite, who is also the Tema Metropolitan Chief Executive.
We lost the seat 2020 and it was a lesson learned. And for me, I have the confidence that because of the way and manner we have positioned ourselves for now, and all party members have understand that we should go with only one candidate, that will demonstrate the sort of unity that we want for the party. And I'm having the hope and assurance that we are going to recapture the seat. There wasn't anything wrong done. But you know, as human beings as we are, in a human institution, one will understand something, the other will not understand the other way. So I'm saying that we should close our ranks, come together strongly, and let us rally behind the elephant.
After receiving the candidates' nomination forms, Secretary of the party, Solomon Sakite, explained the next phase of the process.
Per the party constitution, we need to summon a constituency conference whereby if he has gone through the vetting successfully, we are going to, by proper acclamation, we are going to declare him our parliamentary candidate for election 2024. And from there, we are doing a lot of stakeholder engagement concurrently to build a formidable force to be able to compete. We are not just participating in the election. We're saying that any party that doesn't win power is a pressure group. For us, we are a political party that wants to win. And we have two elections to compete in, the presidential elections and the parliamentary elections. We've targeted to win both, and that is our main goal.
NPP's Tema East parliamentary hopeful, Yohane Ama Ashite, en route to the party office at Tema Newtown, led scores of elated party faithful under police protection and danced to Jama and tunes from a brass band through the streets as responded to cheers from residents and interacted with them. He is confident of victory as nothing can stop it from happening. Yohane Ama Ashite was picked to thank former MP Daniel Titus Glover for showing support, which is part of the unity being touted.
We had some few challenges in the party, because of that we lost the seat. By the grace of God, I found. And by the mega grace of God, so I happen to go on a post. It means only one thing, that the whole party is behind me. The whole party is solidly behind me. This is our seat. It's always been ours. We give it out to the NDC. You know, in the jungle, when the lion sleeps, then everybody can do what they want to do. The cockroach will jump, the mouse will rise and move away. But when the lion wakes up, every animal goes to sleep. The lion has awakened. And Tema East, we are back one more time. Look at the people. Everybody's on board. And we are both resolute that this seat that went away is going to come back home.
Former MP Daniel Titus Glover is happy with the party singing from the same hymn book.
It's refreshing. Say Yanya Obiti say Yohane Ama Ashite. He's a son, a true son of the soil. True and true.
A lot of things happened in 2020, and a lot of water has gone under the bridge. And by God's grace, we are united and ready to wrestle the seat from the NDC. Going into the campaign, he will rely on my achievements and that of President Akufo-Addo. and what he, the candidate, will be bringing on board. We are ready to push Yohane Amashite to victory with all our resources.
When I was here, they call a campaign.
Yohane Amashite, flanked by his wife, Mrs. Lola Asise Ashite, former MP, Titus Glover, party executive and faithful, NPP sees this as a big win. The candidate received blessings from elders and priests, including Saku Ulomo Ashiboy Kopi II, who prayed to God and the ancestors to lead Yohane Amashite to victory in 2024. The supporters wore party paraphernalia, including T-shirt with the inscription, Yohane Sande Papa, to wait Yohane's good news. Kwame Yankes reports for Joy News.
Away from the NPP and its related stories, onto one of our headline stories. And the military junta in Niger has issued a stern warning vowing to fiercely resist any attack on the nation. Leader of the group, speaking on national television over the weekend after meeting the delegation from ECOWAS, proposed a 3-year transition of power, and the principles for the transition would be defined within 30 days at a dialogue to be hosted by the ruling military council. However, he emphasized that any attack would not be a walk in the park, as they would spare no effort to safeguard their territory. There is more in this report.
Military officers on July 26, 2023 announced a coup on national television and later appointed General Abdurrahmani Tiani as leader. The group also put the then president, Mohamed Bazoum, under house arrest. World leaders condemned the coup. ECOWAS then issued a 7-day ultimatum to the group to restore the ousted president. The order was flouted. A previous ECOWAS delegation led by former Chief of Defense Staff of Nigeria, Abdul Salam Abubakar, earlier this month tried and failed to meet Bazoum and the coup leader. ECOWAS Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Abdel Fattah Musa, announced after a meeting of West African Army chiefs that ECOWAS has activated a standby force and set a date for deployment as a last resort if diplomatic efforts fail.
So I tell you, we are ready to go anytime the order is given. The D-Day is also decided.
On Saturday, the coup leaders agreed to meet Abubakar's delegation, where they were given a rare opportunity to interact with Niger's ousted president, Mohamed Bazoum.
We met him. We heard from him what was done to him. He told us about the problems he's facing that we will take to the leaders that sent us here.
The coup leaders proposed a 3-year transition of power shortly after meeting the ECOWAS delegation and warned that any attack on Niger would be resisted.
Neither the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland nor the people of Niger want war and remain open to dialogue. But let us be clear, if an attack were to be undertaken against us, it will not be the walk in the park some people seem to think.
The coup leaders have the backing of neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso, who have both sent military equipment to Niger in solidarity with the junta in Niger. ECOWAS, however, says it would not encourage any needless negotiation. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.
Now, the Homowo Festival holds profound significance for the Ga people, encapsulating their triumph over hunger, a celebration of their present freedom. Central to this jubilant event is the Twin Festival, an integral part of the Grand Homowo festivities dedicated to honoring twins within the Ga communities. It is traditionally called Yeyeye or Akwele Suma by indigents. On the eve of the main Homowo celebrations, the Twin Festival took center stage in Ga Machine, here in Accra.
The Twin Festival embodies a series of cherished rituals, each carrying immense importance. The festival not only offers an opportunity to pay homage to twins, including triplets, but also imparts essential lessons for those aspiring to welcome twins into their lives. The rituals conducted during the Twin Festival are rooted in the Ga culture's deep spiritual beliefs. These rituals are believed to channel positive energy and confidence into the spirits of the twins, nurturing their self-fulfillment and inner peace. The day commences with meticulous preparations traditionally led by the Nai Wolamo, the chief priest. Concoctions are carefully crafted, incorporating elements such as yam, herbs, seawater, schnapps, and eggs. The inclusion of eggs symbolizes fertility, an essential trait celebrated in Ga culture. A pivotal ritual involves the sacrifice of 2 white fowls. Their significance lies in their symbolism of purity and the intricate message they convey through their manner of falling. The prayers recited during the fowl sacrifice beseech the gods for forgiveness and blessings. Should one of the fowls fall on its back, it is perceived as a favorable omen. However, if both fall on their bellies, it may indicate an unfavorable turn. The twin festival holds particular value for women aspiring to give birth to twins. The festival is perceived as a platform for such women to connect with the spiritual essence of the twins' blessings, further emphasizing the festival's role in Ga cultural traditions. As the twin festival unfolded in Ga Mashi, it encapsulated the spirit of unity, tradition, and celebration that the Ga people hold dear. Amid the joyful festivities, participants and observers alike are reminded of the deep-rooted cultural values that continue to enrich their lives.
You're still watching JoyNews Prime, business after this break. Hello, welcome back to Some Business Story. Women cocoa farmers in the Brekum district of the Bono region are calling for government's intervention toward encouraging young women, especially into cocoa farming. Speaking at a farmers' rally involving 25 women groups at Jini, the chairperson, Margaret Hiniwa, also said labor support at the farms would help reduce cost, increase productivity, and improve the livelihoods of women farmers. Precious Semevo has more.
Annual Farmers Rally of the Brongahafu Women Cooperative Farmers and Marketing Union, Brekum Chapter, under the theme Gender Equality in Cocoa Production at Jini, brought together over 950 women cocoa farmers, taking through issues to improve their work and livelihood. These women farmers play significant roles in Ghana's cocoa production, usually supporting their husbands and fathers. They were sensitized to come together as cooperatives with some available interventions to help improve their yields and livelihoods. Ernest Owusu-Ansah is the Bono Regional Manager, Cocoa Health and Extension Division at Cocoa Board.
Especially in the account setup, we practice matrilineal. So when the man is no more and the woman has no stake in the cocoa farm, so we have sensitized them to get their own land and then own whatever that comes out from the land. And when they come together as a cooperative, they can assess the interventions that Cocoa Board is giving to the cocoa farmers. They are into it and they are about the idea. And we are giving them the technical know-how to go about cocoa by adopting the good agronomic practice and then getting good yield, productivity, increasing their productivity to get results for their cocoa.
The chairperson of women farmers in the Brekum district, Margaret Hiniwa, bemoaned the many bottlenecks affecting the women cocoa farmers. She called for support to ensure sustainability as age and strength are not on their side.
If you see our women's group, we are from 50 above, nearing to go home. But we have to empower our daughters to join cocoa production. So we need government to assist us so that our ladies will be happy to get inside. We are women, we don't have more strength, so we need laborers. We have some, those who spray our cocoa, those pollinators. If we can get some few laborers to help our women so that the cost will reduce, we will all be happy. We need NGOs to assist us, to empower us, so our future, the children will continue to do it.
She also appealed for support to venture into the production of other crops during the off-cocoa season.
The women's always crying for fertilizers, shoes, and insecticide, so that it will help us to cultivate more cocoa. We don't do only cocoa. We do with foodstuffs, and now we are learning soap, honey, so many things. As you saw it, it's money. So if you can get government to help us, NGOs to help us, and bankers, then we can do more.
The chief of Jinijini, Bafo Asare II, appealed to cocoa farmers to desist from selling their lands for galamsey activities. Precious Semevo, Joy Business, Jinijini.
Thanks so much for watching Joy News Prime with me, Pius Kojupaka. For more stories, do log on to my Joy online and you can get great stories on that portal. At 8 p.m., MFA Power will be here with a probe. Bye.